This is 7:15 in Lublin on the 24th of October 2013, and it's a nice autumn morning with that lovely red sky over there. Actually photographing the red sky from a busy roundabout with lots of things in between, such as posts and lorries, is perhaps not the best place to do it from, but in my case it was the only one available, as shall be seen. There we have something being built, and it must be quite important, judging by the amount of cranes which are doing their work there, although only 2 of them seem to be working. And the reason I'm here now is because I'm taking a bus from Lublin to Travniki. I'm going to a historical conference. Travniki was a camp, slave labor camp, where Ukrainian guards were trained, not just Ukrainians but mainly Ukrainians, and they were trained by the Nazis to work in their campaign against the Jews. So you've got the death camps. The guards were from Travniki, and for example in Warsaw Ghetto, the guards and also those who put down the revolt were mainly from Travniki as well. And as I'm here, we've got a mixture of the old and the new. We've got the new building, which we see there, the cranes, which is going to go up, but at the same time the bus stop here does rather remind me of socialist days. If you look at the surface of it now, for example, it's very socialist, as though it hasn't been touched since then. The undulations in the ground, so it looks like it used to be, not these wonderful flat surfaces here. You've got a flat surface here, it's been done. And also we've got, for example, there we have Lublin Castle, which used to be a prison. Now it's a museum, as you'd probably expect. We've got these places selling food. Now in socialist days it didn't actually look like this, it looked totally different. But in other places, for example in the other big cities I should say, in the smaller towns it still looks the same as this, but in big cities it doesn't quite look the same as this any longer. But you can see lots of little businesses here selling food for the journey and all the rest of it, and also the prices for the tickets are not particularly great either, which is a good thing. So what we're going to go to, it's going to cost less than €1, and here have the buses. So there's lots of private buses as well. A friend of mine was the managing director of a major line, one of the first private lines, but then it was so difficult. He told me the problems that you had to do to set up your own private bus company, and you had to get the agreement of any other bus company that was on the line, and so it could be various things. If you're going from, say, Warsaw to Wrocław, it could be people, then you have to get the buses which, for example, are going from Wrocław to Poznań to get their agreement, or people are just passing through even. They could be going from Katowice to Gdansk and passing that route somewhere, and you have to get their agreement. Well, I think that's now been stopped. Because we've got all sorts of private buses, but one thing I need to say is that what happened with this is that it led to corruption, because then you would have people setting up their own companies with the agreement of a relative who was the boss of one of these state-owned companies, and that was something that unfortunately did happen. I have names in my head, I have one name in my head anyway, but I'm not going to mention it, of course, on film. But anyway, that's all changed now, and you can see there's lots of little buses here going to various places. I don't know how easy or difficult it is to set up a bus company, but it's there's lots of them. There we have the castle, and walking back over here again, you can see this lovely red Lublin sunrise. Maybe not quite the same as some of the sunrises I filmed over the Mediterranean Sea from Sicily, but still, it's nice. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. That doesn't sound too good for the rest of the day, of course.